So today we're going to be getting the Flamesprayer, the Blades of Mercy, and some endgame drip. Let's play Bloodborne Demake Part 6. So last episode I died in the deep night by one of the winter lanterns, those red things. And then when I awakened, I was not in the deep night anymore because I didn't save in the deep night. So I quit game and I come back in, I'm in the normal world. It hasn't transitioned to deep night yet. Because we're going to grab one item that you can only grab in the normal world before we go back into the deep night, and that is the Flamesprayer. So the Flamesprayer is like a flamethrower. To get it, you have to talk to this pink lantern right before the deep night.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. What afflicted me was incurable, but this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human. But before I take this...
I'll mess up your brain! You play-with rat! It's all your fault! This is a damn curse!
Alright, so that was the Flamesprayer, pretty fun weapon. And now we're going to go into the deep night again. So just transport to the little graveyard here, where you beat Gascoigne. And then just go up to the door over here and press X. And that's how you transition into the deep night. Some things I've noticed about the deep night is that the enemies change. They drop bloodstones, I think they're called, which are, you can use those to upgrade your weapons. So, but only the wolves or the beasts. But they are harder to kill. But there are these weird enemies called the winter lanterns that are walking around. And as you see here, the lanterns were inactivated, the red ones. So throughout this episode, we're going to be activating all the lanterns. Basically, I just walk up to a lantern and press X on it, and it activates. And it turns back into a normal lantern that you can warp to. So we're going to go around to each lantern and do that. But what I was saying about the winter lanterns, it's like an enemy. It looks like a red jellyfish on top of a woman, and they sing. And they cause you to go mad. If they look at you, you go into a frenzy, and if frenzy builds up all the way, you lose a lot of your health. Depending on how big your health bar is, you might die. I don't die, I almost die, because my health bar is pretty big. But the sedative you got right here, that you can use to get rid of frenzy. So if frenzy's building up and you're about to get it and you're about to die, just use a sedative just like you would use a blood vial, and it'll save you. For the most part, just avoid the winter lanterns. You can kind of lure them into an area and making sure that they're not looking at you directly, but they are noticing that you're there and they move towards you. And then once they're close enough to you, you can just sort of run and take an alternative route or hide behind a wall and kind of lure them into certain areas, and then you can move throughout the map more easily this way. Because they're very hard to kill. I have not killed one yet. They seem to have an infinite health bar, or maybe a health bar that's extremely big, like even bigger than a boss. And you have to use the sewer key, so get your sewer key ready when you walk up to this door. The purple one. The first lantern we're going to get is the poisonous sewer lantern. But these things might just kill me here, no? And then basically what we're going to do is go to each lantern, unlock it, just dodging the winter lanterns. And we will go over a strategy for like how to kill them. But basically we'll just dodge them in the meantime, because I haven't killed one yet. But I do know a strategy of how you can basically survive. In one area near the Great Bonfire, there's a way to kind of hide behind a wall and then attack it once and then run away. But yeah, like here, just make sure you run these. See how the enemies have red eyes? Like the rats used to have white eyes and now their eyes are red. All the enemies have become like more red in the deep night, and they're a little bit stronger and faster. So just be careful of them. And go around to each lantern and unlock it. So here in this area is probably your best chance of beating one of the Winter Lanterns, as well as farming the Bloodstone Shards. So you see this werewolf, it runs back and forth here. If it doesn't see you, it'll run down these stairs, and then when it comes into the aura of the Winter Lantern, it'll just die, and it'll drop the Bloodstone Shard. So you can farm Bloodstone Shards infinitely right here by the, I believe it's the Great Bonfire Lantern. And right here there is a little area where if you go up these stairs, if you go up the stairs to a certain point, the Winter Lantern turns around. It can't go up there for some reason, and then you can land one attack on it. But then see, you get caught if you dodge too early. That's the main strategy, is you have to dodge late. So it'll make that sound, and then it will clamp. It's like a two-step process. It like makes a sound, it almost sounds like a siren, and then it clamps you down and does the one-shot kill. So when it makes the sound, wait like a second, and then dodge. And then you can pretty much dodge it to the right or left, and you'll be behind it, and it'll clamp, and it will miss you. So you can do it over and over again. Technically, you should be able to kill it. As you can see here, the wolf is dying because it was in the aura of the Winter Lantern. Any wolf that gets in the aura of a Winter Lantern just dies. I don't know why. Maybe it's the frenzy. But as you can see, Bloodstone Shard, it dropped one. It's a consistent drop every time. Every one of these wolves drops one. Every time you, even if you kill it, it'll still drop it too. There's two more werewolves right here where their bonfire used to be. Just be careful, they are pretty fast. They have like a combo attack where if they start doing it, you're kind of stun locked and then you can't get out. So they are kind of hard to kill at this point. And you can see their red color and their red claws. I think something about the bloodstone, I don't know, but their bones turned into blood, or potentially. But they have a bloodstone within them, a shard of the bloodstone. And it's kind of interesting because in the Deep Night, the Winter Lanterns make your blood turn into stone as well. Because when they look at you, you can see your blood kind of like squirt out of your body, and it kind of becomes like a rod, like a crystalline structure. Again, he got me with the combos here. So the better thing to do instead of trying to run and kill this werewolf is to let it walk, because it'll inevitably walk right where the Winter Lantern's gonna walk. And it does that like clockwork every time. Like if I stand here and wait, that one may have seen me, but it runs by and then it runs back right into the Winter Lantern. But I do want to demonstrate that you can, oh, see the Winter Lantern killed it. You saw the blood spike come out? Bloodstone Shard ×1. And they also drop 3 blood vials, which is nice. So it's a good way to farm blood vials as well. So the Great Bonfire becomes a kind of an important spot in the Deep Night. An important lantern to respawn at. So this right here, this Winter Lantern, as you can see, I'm right behind it, and they're kind of oblivious when you're behind them. They won't notice you. You don't have to walk slowly, you can just walk normally and they won't even notice you. But if they turn around and they catch sight of you, then they do that whole thing. Where like their aura becomes more frenzy-like. And you have to get out of their line of sight in order to not go full frenzy. If that red bar fills up, that's when it hits your health. So it goes back down if they cannot see you. So the strategy for killing them over here is you basically just lure them into this area. And they will kind of walk slowly, but they will follow you. Even if you're out of their sight, they like know where you are. But then, if you go up these stairs towards the Great Bonfire Lantern, they turn around, like they stop following you. I think it's like the game's telling them they can't go all the way up there. So if you lure them right over to here, and you go up the stairs a bit, they see how it turns around, and then you can go and you can land one hit from behind, and then wait and then dodge. Oh, see, I dodged too early. I didn't wait. Let's see if we can get this strategy, if we can demonstrate this, how to actually dodge them. It's kind of an art, but once you get the hang of it, it's a little bit easier than it seems. It's not easy. It's not an easy enemy. It's probably the hardest enemy in the game, harder than any boss, because they do have a one-shot kill. See, I almost killed it, and then the Winter Lantern came and killed it. Even its aura reaches all the way up there. Sneak up behind it, get one good attack. See if I can dodge it. Yeah, see, that time I dodged it. That time I dodged it. Another thing that might help you, but I got frenzied. See, if you stay in its aura too long, you'll get frenzied. Another thing that might help you too is don't lock onto it, like unlock, so you can roll fully, and it won't just jump to the side. It'll really roll. Because if you're locked on, sometimes it doesn't roll because you're like facing it. If you go side or back, it just kind of jumps. But if you unlock and you're not locked on, you can fully roll. But it's weird that we cannot see its health bar. So even just looking at you, if you're at the top of the stairs, it turns around. And then boom, dodge at the end, right there. And then it'll start walking, and then you can get another hit. Smack, dodge. So you can dodge its attacks. And it won't go towards you anymore if you're up there. So we could try technically just doing this for hours and see how many attacks we can land, but there's no health bar, so we don't know how much damage it's doing or how much health it has left. And it could just be invincible. But these are the correct way to dodge it. See how I got the hang of it here? I got the rhythm of it. It's like you wait and then you dodge late. So here my game freezes, so I stop recording. But it actually unfreezes itself. I just waited a few seconds and it came back online. But basically, once it unfreezes, I keep recording, and then I move on to unlock the other lanterns, the checkpoints, like the warp lanterns. And I kind of just ignore the winter lanterns for now. But if you want to try to kill one, I don't know what it will drop. If you are able to kill one, leave a comment saying what it drops. I'm hoping it drops the twin bloodstone shard or something important, because even though the wolves are dropping the bloodstone shards, nothing has dropped a twin bloodstone shard yet in the Deep Night that I've seen. So you can upgrade weapons up until I think +2, and then you can't really get up to +3 because you need a twin bloodstone shard for that. So when you upgrade weapons to like +3, +4, I don't know how high it will go, but you need twin bloodstone shards for that. And really, I've only found a handful of them in the normal game. I haven't found any in the Deep Night. So it's kind of a mystery, and we'll try to figure out how to get twin bloodstone shards. But even when you Google, there really is nothing on this because it's a demake, so not many people play it or know about it. But if you know how to get twin bloodstone shards, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, I'm just going to run to the lanterns now and unlock them one by one. And there is something that happens after I unlock all of them, and I'll show you when we get there.
We all know who the I'll mess up your brain! Yeah! I know what it is! Oh God!
As you can see, the door to Gilbert's estate is actually open, but we're not going to go in there yet. We're going to unlock all the lanterns first, and then on the next Let's Play episode, we'll explore Gilbert's estate.
It's all your fault!
So as you can see, if we look at the list, the Tomb of Odin is the last one that's red, and that was actually the first one that we had blue, so it's strange that it turned red again. But anyways, to get there, just go to the Great Bonfire. There's a nice shortcut where you run past that girl's house who lost her mother, and then you can go down to the sewers and then run basically to the Father Gascoigne boss area. So in this boss fight, if you did not kill Eileen the Crow during the beginning part of the game, when you first meet them, they will come and they will help you as a partner in this boss fight, and you can kind of... The cool thing is, Old Hunter Henryk is always focused on you. He never focuses on Eileen. So as long as you just keep your distance, you're like a dangling carrot, and then Eileen does all the damage. And you can shoot Henryk if he tries to heal. But other than that, just keep your distance, and it's a pretty easy boss fight because Eileen does all the damage. And Eileen is using the... what are they called? The Blades of Mercy. So it's a weapon that it's like a sword with two blades, and you can actually buy the weapon for 12,000, I believe, echoes after this boss fight. And you can also buy Eileen's clothes. That's part of the end game drip. You can also buy Gascoigne's clothes. But yeah, don't kill Eileen in the beginning, and then they're there to help you. The weapon transform mode is like a one sword in your left hand, one sword in your right hand for the Blades of Mercy. It's really cool. We'll buy it and demonstrate it after this. So now that we're at the Hunter's Dream, we're gonna head to the store and see what kind of items are available to us now after this boss fight. So now we have Gascoigne's cap, Gascoigne's garb, the Beak Mask, and the Crow Feather garb. So 4 new items. So the Beak Mask, let's buy that, let's check it out. That Beak Mask and the Crow Feather garb is Eileen's clothing, and the Gascoigne hat and garb is Father Gascoigne's clothing. So we'll demo each one for you, and then we'll demo the weapon that was made available, which was the Blades of Mercy. So firstly, let's check out the beak, what's it called? The Beak Mask. This is what it looks like on the Hunter garb. Here's what it looks like on the foreign garb. Here's what it looks like with the sweaty clothes. Here's what it looks like with Henryk's hunter's garb. Henryk. Looks pretty cool like that, I think. So now we're gonna check out the feathered garb, I think it's called. But it's just the clothing part from Henryk, or sorry, from Eileen. So it's just like a black suit with like some indigo feathers coming down the back and the sides. So I got it with the top hat right now, but we can switch it to no hat. Pretty cool looking. And here's the full Eileen's Crow set. So probably looks best together if you have the money to buy it. I think it's 14,000 echoes to buy both. So it's probably the most expensive set in the game. It's even more expensive than the weapon. So, but this is what it looks like. Looks pretty dope together. And now here's Gascoigne's garb, Gascoigne, with also Gascoigne's cap at the same time. So this one's pretty swagged out. Got a nice bling on the front, and a nice scarf that kind of comes on the back. Kind of matches his hair, at least my character Alucard's hair. But I think the ultimate Alucard garb would be the hunter's garb with the Swords of Mercy, because Alucard classically uses a sword, and I think the hunter's garb with no hat really looks like Alucard. But this one's pretty cool. Gascoigne with the hunter's hat is a cool combo. This is a cool combo too, just Gascoigne with no hat. I like that, the way that one looks. So the Blades of Mercy are probably the most expensive weapon in the game. Unless there's something after this, I'm not sure. I feel like we're near the end of the game though. So if you go into here, you see it right there for 12,000. It scales with the skill, so it has C scaling and skill, which I think is the best weapon scaling for skill in the game. Unless the cane also does, maybe. I think it's D actually or something. But yeah. I'll go demo it in the Hunter's Mansion here. There it is, the Blades of Mercy. See that? In the weapon transform form, they are 2 weapons you hold in your left and right hand. But untransformed is a one-handed. It goes from being basically a kimbo to single. And yeah, so if I combine it with the Hunter Garb, it really looks like Alucard now. This is like the full Alucard build from Symphony of the Night. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit back, play some Symphony of the Night OST, and upgrade these bad boys, farm some enemies, you know, kill some beasts, do what I'm supposed to do. Catch you next time.